everyone, it's VanGoghChica. I just wanted to pop on here and make a video, let you know that I haven't disappeared. Now I am still in my old setup with camera that I'm just turning on all the lights around the house. I'm putting on makeup, I still look washed out. Don't have any audio except my iPhone. I did buy, so I'm gonna try to get snazzier with a better light and sound microphone. So maybe my next video, if it's better, you'll know I succeeded. Now I was just coming online to say hey and to, hold on, just talk about some cards I made. I think I said that this would be like, I also do mixed media, and I thought I would just show, I love to have like journals, but I've been keeping a journal since I was in college. And I had at least like 15, 20 at one point. I would just, every time I moved, I carried them. I mean, I journaled all the time. And I ended up a couple years with like 15 or 20, and I wrote all sorts of personal things in it. And I'm just mad. I'm sometimes impulsive. I threw them away. And I'm so mad now because I would like to go back and look at that art. And anyway, this is one of my journals. I have two. Okay, I have this little one that is it's covered here for the cover. But this one, I think you know I had a spinal injuries, and I have had several serious surgeries on my spine, and I had neuropathy. Very bad, and my hands didn't work. I could not even feed myself. I could not use utensils. I mean, look at my hand now, making cards. This hand still has a little neuropathy. So I remember after my surgery, about 3 months after, I said, before my surgery, I had just gotten so disillusioned like with life because I could not use my hands, I could not walk. I'm still having trouble walking, but I had just put away all my art supplies and just said I'm never gonna do art because I can't do it. I was so really depressed. And after my surgery, I started feeling much better, and pretty much like where I'm at now, I have a little scar here. This was for my cervical corpectomies. No, you know what that means. My neck. And then I have my thoracic, a huge scar on my back. They went from the front for the neck, they did the back. The neck was responsible for my hand neuropathy, mainly. And 3 months, I don't know, actually 5 months after that surgery, I was still getting better, but by January, it was September 24th I had that surgery. I tried to draw a basic design, look at this, and I just cried because, as you can see, I could not draw a straight line. I could not draw a curved line with any kind of elegance. My circles, I was trying to make circles, were so wobbly. I mean, it was very clear this person had trouble with their hands. I had put everything away, and I was like, oh, I'll never do art again. I was so disillusioned. 3 months later, I would say a month later, I tried again, and what a difference. My hand is so much better now. As you can see, I just was drawing leaves, but I just wanted to see if I had the control. I can make little circles of different sizes. I can make it leaf shape, I can brush. Whereas here, I could not, I don't know if you could tell, I could not do it. So this little journal was to create designs, and I've done some entries. You know, I have bigger entries. This is my main journal, and in here, this is a Delusions journal. If you do paper crafts, you might like Delusions. I love Delusions paints. Delusions, D-Y-E, Lusions, L-U-S-I-O-N-S, dry super fast. So you can put a little paint here. By the time you're working here, this is good to go. It's dry, and they're matte. You can get shimmer. Anyway, Delusion makes this journal. All the paper can withstand water. So if you're doing watercolor, here they have this little envelope. So I'm just putting some finished cards I have laying around. I made, if you're following my thing, I made a couple cards for summer. This one was a thank you card to my neurologist, some cards to send to other painter friends of mine, girlfriends. I've made some pretty bookmarks. I keep them in this envelope. I'm not featuring them too much because I don't think they're that good. You can see them on my website. But also one thing, if people like, is I do keep an art journal. And I love these spreads, and I like to fill up every inch of the page. Now, there's different ways to do an art journal. Many people, if you see online, I don't know, junk journal, whatever they call them. A junk journal, supposedly, if you hear junk journaling, a junk journal is someone who makes a journal out of reused items. So they might get a book, a hardcover book, and use that as their journal, a book that they're not going to read, and inside the pages they will paint over it and do so everything. They don't buy anything new. A junk journal ideally is you're recycling books and stuff. And also there is a type of art journaling where people buy a lot of stickers. I mean, do whatever you want. I tend to just like images and painting. I like all of my surfaces covered. I'm doing a lot of my art has a lot of themes of decolonization for indigenous people in this country. I am indigenous, Peruvian, Latina. And so I have a lot of iconography of South America, ancient antiquities. I often feature, you'll know my little, see that little guy here, the Sherlock Holmes? I put him places all over my art journal, and that was a symbol of mine to myself. You have to go out of your way to decolonize your mind, to see really what's real in the world, politics, whatever, philosophy or whatever, to think for yourself. And everything requires critical thinking and examination. So that little Sherlock Holmes is like, do your homework, know your history. And then I, have some writings, I have iconography, I sometimes will have images that I like. Do I have another page? This one also is very green, this, just kind of messier. I can't see her. And then you can see I have a lot of the iconography of Peruvian antiquities. I like these. They're very thick, and there's a lot to see, like even looking at it now. Oh, yeah. So I like things like that. What's nice about Delusions is they will include black pages. So, you can do something different. This is my cat. I like to paint versions of my cat as an Egyptian cat god because they did have Bastet was the Egyptian feline deity. And so I often do renderings of my cat in a sphinx-like pose with hieroglyphs either around her or all over her. So she has hieroglyphs. She is like a little queen. And this was her. I don't know if you can see, you can't really see her body. You just see her eyes. She's hiding behind flowers. Anyway, I just thought I'd show my art journal because I have so many things about my cards, but I love journaling. I like looking at other people's journals. Get yourself a journal. And this is, it's a little pricey. I think, is it $18 for this journal? I don't know. For as much as I'm going to use it, and I need the paper to be thick and good quality, and it was worth it to me. But you can journal on anything. You can just get a book. And this was a $5 watercolor pad on one of those sites that people hate to name that are very cheap. But okay, happy journaling.